May 27, 2008. He drank in the details of the room slowly. His eyes, though friendly and unassuming, were trained eyes, trained to notice everything and to see all. Something was amiss. He couldn't tell exactly what, since he'd never set foot in this particular room. But his intuition, his gut feelings were those of wariness, fear, angst. He knew suddenly from deep in his soul that something was horribly wrong. Since the power had gone out the previous night, he could only see the space he was in by using his utility flashlight as a lantern. He set it down on the table, facing up toward the ceiling. The room brightened some, but his mind was getting the better of him, and his imagination was dreaming up all types of enemies and creepy crawlies lurking in the corners of the post-dusk shadows. The hair on his neck instinctively stood up. He tried the deep breathing exercises he generally relied on in stressful situations. He ignored his fear and opened up his mind to the energy of the room, parentheses, and surrounding area. Close parentheses. Almost immediately, he noticed a vase that had been moved around on the table, having trailed through a thin layer of dust. Parentheses. In his official mind, the vase was a telltale clue. Close parentheses. In this mindset, he saw it as a foolish way to get oneself caught. He continued scanning the room. Other than the flowers, nothing looked out of place. He was instinctively drawn to the large vase. He eyed it, walked around the table, and wondered aloud what those flowers had to do with the situation at hand. As he came round full circle, he knocked his knee on the edge of the table and fell forward. He caught himself, but angrily kicked the table anyway. Apparently, he'd physically abused the piece of furniture with more leg power than intended. Parentheses, a result of his days on the soccer field, he supposed. Close parentheses. The table moved slightly, just enough to allow him a glimpse of what seemed to be frayed rope. Upon further inspection, as he gingerly pulled the rope from beneath the table, he recognized a sticky substance covering the long rope. He touched it and knew instantly the substance in question was blood, relatively fresh blood. He noted to himself, non-coagulated. Dear Lord, not again, he moaned softly. He slipped the rope into a large plastic bag and then into his duffel. As he eased the door to the room open, slipped out and started for the stairs. May 27, 2008. And then underneath that, I love doing word association. Like throughout my journals, I have like hundreds of pages of word association. On this one, I did like, it just has a few, like one line's worth, but like if you think of a word and then the next word you write down, like what do you think of immediately after thinking of the previous word, and the next time immediately thinking of after the previous word. So I started with Cornell, which made me think of Vassar, which made me think of Columbia, which made me think of John Jay, which made me think of Princeton, which made me think of the Savannah College of Art and Design. So there's also another way to do entries into one's journal.